we're back. Artosis.
Yes.
Let's talk about that little ad we saw.
Yeah, that little commercial.
Encouraging everybody to play more StarCraft, too. That part of the end, the study that StarCraft makes is good for your brain.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing, Tasteless.
I have one thing to say.
I don't want to.
Of course. I find it funny that, like, I knew this, like, back when I was, like, 15.
Not to be hipsters, but literally, this is something that all StarCraft 1 guys have talked about so many times, how we just know StarCraft makes you smarter. Playing it all the time makes you smarter.
Yeah.
Everyone that was good at StarCraft for the foreigner scene went on to be, like, millionaire poker players and stuff like that. And like,
or lawyers.
I know it made me smarter, because I was dumb as dirt before, Tasteless.
You know what's so funny is, like, I don't know what, when you're really, really, young, what it's like now compared, maybe more people have adults that play games. I remember just talking to this guy that lived on my street, that was one of those block parties or something, and he's like, what do you like to do? I'm like, I like to play games. He's like, you just like to sit there staring at a screen, hitting buttons, and I'm thinking, like,
he sits there and watches Dancing with the Stars now.
Oh, I'm sure.
For sure, he's just sits there and watches that.
I mean,
he votes on American Idol, too.
I was looking at him, I'm like, you think I'm just hitting buttons? Do you even understand? Like, I'm solving problems?
Was his name Artosis' mom? Because it sounds like his name might have been Artosis' mom.
I'm not sure. It might have been Mrs. Artosis' mom. Mr. Artosis' mom, I'm not sure.
Yeah, it could have been.
Well, we got a PvP coming up here, and if you're just now joining us, we have a lot of PvPs today.
We probably do, yeah. I guess no matter what, we'll have a good amount. But, Trap and SOS, to speak on them for a moment, like, SOS actually was one of the guys that really helped push forward PvP in Heart of the Swarm. He's one of the first guys using some more Tempest and going for more of the Immortal Archon type of play. Trap, on the other hand, I feel like he's not all that well known for his PvP. It's good. He's one of the sharpest players. He always has really well-prepared builds that he's going to execute very well. I feel like if you get into a longer, more complicated game, he's not going to do as well. Whereas that's where SOS is going to shine if the game gets a little bit crazy. His creativity is going to pop out and do wonderful things.
Yeah, it'll shine through.
But, like, we might just see a very precise build from Trap that catches SOS and just kills him. It's a possibility. So I'm not sure which way this one's going to go. This is a very nice matchup.
It looks like, we're actually about ready to start the game. So, SOS versus Trap here. Bellshirt Vestige is the map. The winner of this, excuse me, I keep burping here on them. I'm like trying to just outro this thing. The winner of this will go on to the winner's match against Rain. And keep in mind, Rain's going to be watching as he is, and it's the same matchup, PvP, so they got to be keeping that in mind as well.
That's very true.
Yeah. All right, let's get ready for this PvP here. Best of 3 at number 2 here at the GSL Code S.
You can tell I'm excited by the way my heart is beating. I'm gonna need a riot squad to help control my breathing. Communicating with faces like I can hear it speaking. He says when he talks to them, I'll ravens.
In the bottom right, in the pink, we have
Wongjin Stars SOS.
This is
and
awkward.
This is already we already have one of our players in the upper left doing a proxy. He is
So Trap.
Because a Trap's like, yeah.
So it's a
I'm not gonna.
It's a cannon rush, I believe, versus. Oh no, this might be a double gas steal. But the thing is, he's scouting so quickly, that means he'll defend the proxy gates. This is the weirdest. What a weird opening taste. I've never seen these two builds go at it.
Well, it's funny when you get.
Yeah, this is a double gas rush. But he should be looking at probe count and being like, this is awfully low. He's actually not realizing yet. Okay, see, now he realizes. He's like, wait a minute, that's not enough probes. He's going to cancel that gas in a second.
He needs to. What? Oh, I'm sorry.
No,
I thought he actually made the second gas on there. I'm like, no.
He's figured out what it is. This is like the proxy. Well, it could be the 2-gate.
It is.
But it could be the. Oh, I mean, 2-gate Zealot versus the 2-gate Stalker is the. And as a. Yeah, the probe's gone. Could definitely be a 2-gate Stalker coming down here, and in fact it is. So. That's a hard build to hold, but he scouted it so quickly that
You can't
he
really
might be able to.
Can't really be more all in than this.
It's hard.
Trap is like, yeah, I'll even put my cybernetic score in the middle of the
Yeah,
map.
you have to kill with this. You absolutely must.
It's not like you go back, you're like, I'll just remake my gateway and core and tech from there.
Well, here we actually have SOS. He's grabbing 2 gates.
You realize
the first
that
zealot's going to be an issue.
So the average play time for each of these guys is around 18 minutes. I'm like, well, that's going to go down after this game.
Yeah, that's true. Well, here we go, Tasteless. See what the micro is looking like from both these players. They have right now. We have only 12 probes for Trap, by the way. So every probe kill he gets is worth a ton.
Yeah. Now he's doing a great job of not getting surrounded by those probes.
Now he's just going to chase this away a little bit. His core is about to finish. Of course, his Stalkers are going to start a little bit later, but he has Chrono Boost saved up. He has a little bit more money.
He didn't have money for the second Stalker right away.
That pylon at the top of the ramp is to give him high ground vision because there's going to be a lot of microing at the ramp because probes are going to have to be pulled to hold this correctly. Well, in this situation, it doesn't necessarily have to be because he scouted so quickly. But normally, you'll always have that there because of the probe pulls.
Now, meanwhile, we have a pylon being made over here in the mains. We'll get to that later, though, if it turns out to be of relevance. Now, he's doing a good job controlling these Stalkers. Now he's going to back up.
Yeah, that's some great control so far by Trap, but oh, he cannot lose that Stalker! Oh my
He's
god.
on the run. He's kiting very well.
Has to be so careful here. Whoever gets the first Stalker kill, it's a huge deal.
Okay, first Stalker kill down.
Now, he does still have his Zealot. Okay, the Zealot goes down. Now it's 3 Stalkers against 1. This is absolutely huge. Oh god. This is really starting to go Trap's way, but he does pop out this one. He needs to pull more probes than this right now. Oh
That
my god.
That micro. Okay, the second Stalker, or another Stalker, I should say, is now up here.
For probe counts, 11 against 17. SOS in the lead still with that. So that's a big deal as well. This is, even though I feel like Trap is in many ways out microing, the additional probe count is really helping him out. He's able to use them to tank some additional damage.
Oh, man, that Stalker spawn was not good.
No, it was not at all.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, you got it.
Oh, God.
Wow. Trap
This
with...
micro is so good.
Oh, man. Yeah, you're completely right about that, though. He actually needs to wait for shield recharge now. He has to be really careful with those 3 in the back. Like, he can poke a little bit, but this is the situation when they're that low on shields where he might end up losing a couple. So it's going to be 4 against 5. We're going to have another one coming out for Trap very shortly here.
Oh my God.
That's exactly not when you want to engage by SOS. You know, I think he's been kind of a couple of these engagements. I feel like he should have pulled a few more probes.
I agree.
He's been pulling 1 or 2 probes a lot of the time.
GG.
I think a few of those times, if he had pulled like 5, then I think he may have ended up holding that. Because you really screw up the AI of the Stalkers if you micro, right? You really do add a lot of damage with 4 or 5 probes sometimes. It was, he scouted it and Trap still killed him. So that actually wouldn't be a bad build for Trap to try again on the right map.
SOS probably pretty flustered. He goes into this. He has his whole build strategy planned out. He's been working on it for over a week. What if he does this? What if he does that? Well, I don't know if he was accounting for the fact that proxy might happen. Came down to micro, as Artos has said, and I agree 100%. He probably needed to pull a few more probes there earlier on.
Yeah. When you have that big probe advantage, you actually have to use it. And not just by mining more minerals. You have to use it by pulling a few probes against that.
Well, the fact that you're making their Stalker run while yours is just firing.
Yeah.
The fact that probe can even do a little bit of extra damage.
Exactly.
I mean, probes
tanking anything.
Probes can do damage, guys. It's not a lot. It's not what I make them for when I play Starcraft. But in a situation like that, I mean, it's probably a good idea to pull some probes.
Have to echo that, Tasteless. Well, Polar Knight, the next map. Stargates, quite likely. Blink, quite likely. Robo, not so much.
All right. We've already seen one proxy. What does Trap have in store for us? Is SOS going to be able to keep us cool, or is he going to be too frustrated from that last loss? We're going to find out soon here at Code S.